Hello, friends. This is Joaquin Corona, according to a recently classified government document, and in today's video, we'll be diving into the world of Dead by Daylight. So, my question for you guys is what's your favorite horror movie antagonist or protagonist? Because in Dead by Daylight, it's a multiplayer survival horror game where one player takes on the role as a killer while the other four play as survivors. The game is set in a generated world where survivors must work together to repair generators and escape the killer who tries to hunt them down and sacrifice them to appease their god, aka the entity, to be specific. A cool fact about Dead by Daylight is that at the time of this recording, there are about 48 different survivors and 40 different killers. A small story is that I've been playing Dead by Daylight for about 6 years, and I still get jump scared sometimes while working on a generator, where out of nowhere you'll get grabbed from like a Michael Myers with no tear radius, since the game is always adding new killers and survivors and new mechanics. So the game always feels fresh, in my opinion. Uh, my one of my favorite quotes in the game is by a killer named Legion, where he, and I quote, says, "This is no place for cowards." And this is my favorite quote because in Dead by Daylight, you'll sometimes get teammates who don't do generators because they're either injured or hear a terror radius and get scared. And sometimes you kind of wish you were the killer and you kind of want to hook them. My favorite survivor in Dead by Daylight as of right now is Steve Harrington because of his obnoxious screams, especially when he gets hit by the killer or hooked. In terms of licensed killers, my favorite killer is Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise because he somehow always manages to scare me and really lives up to the true horror of Dead by Daylight because of his unique playstyles. As of June of this year, there was a peak around 120,000 concurrent players, which is one of the highest recorded peaks during this period. There is anywhere from, I believe, 12 to 20 million players who've played Dead by Daylight since launch, which was in 2016, all the way till present day. Since the game is always adding new killers and survivors and more perks, the gameplay always feels fresh, in my opinion. And sometimes it gets a little bit repetitive because of the meta. So every few months, they'll add a new update, new killers. There's a battle pass. So, in my opinion, the game always stays fresh. Sometimes it will get repetitive with the same killers and survivors and same perks, but to me the game's always been fun and I never really had a problem with any of it. So yeah. uh while it does feel repetitive sometimes, I feel like every match is different just because every player is unique and has their own play styles, even though the game can feel the same going against the same killers with the same perks. And sometimes you'll get tunneled, other times you'll get canned, but I feel like every match is always slightly different, and to me, the game's always been fun.